The NFL draft is now behind us. And with free agency winding down, it's time to dive into the depths of the San Francisco 49ers roster. Today, we turn our attention to a crucial area of the team, the linebacker room. What does the future hold for this unit as we gear up for the summer? First off, we have to discuss Fred Warner, a cornerstone of this defense. Coming off ankle surgery, expectations are high, and frankly, they should be. At his age, and with a history of maintaining his health, we can confidently predict that Warner will return to form and continue to be the elite linebacker we know he is. His leadership and playmaking ability are irreplaceable, and the 49ers are counting on him to anchor this defense once again. However, the absence of Dre Greenlaw last season was palpable. The 49ers have recognized this and made a decisive move by bringing Greenlaw back to replace D. Winters, who is now headed to Dallas. While Greenlaw's performance on paper looks promising, we must acknowledge that he was recovering from an Achilles injury last year. This creates a bit of a conundrum. Can he regain his previous form? If he can, San Francisco's linebacker core will significantly benefit, but if he struggles, it might expose the team in critical moments. Then there's Gifford. He's filled the strong linebacker role in the past under Robert Saleh, and it will be intriguing to see if he retains that responsibility moving forward. His performance will be pivotal as the 49ers look to solidify their front seven. Meanwhile, we shouldn't overlook the contributions of Bethune, who stepped in admirably for Warner last season. With the most play-calling experience on the roster aside from Warner, he would likely be the go-to if Warner were to miss time again. His reliability could be a game-changer for this team. As we look at the roster, we also have to address the situation with Martin, a former third-round pick who finds himself on the roster bubble. Martin's performance has been inconsistent, particularly on special teams, and an injury cut his last season short. With the depth the 49ers have added, it's clear he'll need to step up to secure his spot. The addition of Greenlaw is a clear indicator that the 49ers are serious about their linebacker depth, and unfortunately for Martin, it places him further away from the field. The 49ers also drafted Duggar in the 5th round, and expectations for him this rookie season should focus on making the roster primarily through special teams. His size and speed give him the potential to contribute, especially if he can prove himself capable of stepping in for Gifford at the Sam role. This versatility could make him a valuable asset, something the 49ers have been keen to incorporate into their strategy. Wallow is another name to watch. He joined the team late last season and quickly established himself as a strong presence on special teams, even starting a playoff game. His ability to thrive under pressure could earn him a coveted roster spot, especially if he continues to impress during training camp. Lastly, we have Graham, who has been with the team since 2023 but has seen limited action, appearing in only 17 games. With the defensive shifts and increased competition in the linebacker room, there are real questions about his future with the team. Will he make the practice squad, or is it time for the 49ers to move on? As we dissect the linebacker room, it's clear that the 49ers are making strategic moves to bolster their defense, but it also raises many questions. Will Warner return to his elite form? Can Greenlaw stay healthy and reclaim his spot? And how will the younger players adapt? The answers to these questions will be crucial as we look ahead to the upcoming season. Now that we've broken down the linebacker situation, let's shift our focus to the offensive line and see how the 49ers are set up to protect their quarterback and pave the way for their running game. As the San Francisco 49ers continue to navigate the precarious waters of quarterback stability, the whispers around Mac Jones and his future with the team have grown louder. With Brock Purdy firmly entrenched as the starter following a significant investment, the organization is not keen on letting go of Jones, who has proven his worth as a capable fill-in. This offseason, the 49ers are faced with a conundrum: retain Jones or risk losing a reliable backup just when they might need him most. Jones stepped in admirably in 2025, showcasing his skills in a way that could have potentially earned him a starting role elsewhere had the 49ers decided to trade him. However, as insider Matt Mayako pointed out, the winds of change could be shifting with the emergence of Kurtis Rourke looming large. Rourke's performance has put him in the conversation for the QB2 spot, which could complicate Jones's future in San Francisco. Mayako stated, "The 49ers have their top two guys, and might even have their top three with Brock Purdy, Mac Jones, and Kurtis Rourke, who has gotten on the field and could be in line to be the backup in 2027. This statement serves as both a warning and a hopeful outlook on the depth chart. Despite the uncertainty, there's a real possibility that Jones could find a home with the 49ers long-term, especially if other teams hesitate to offer him a lucrative deal. Mayako expressed a cautious optimism, saying, "Although I'm not 100% convinced that Mac Jones will be signing somewhere else at the end of this season, I think there remains a decent chance that Jones is back with the 49ers as a long-term backup player." The market dynamics could favor the 49ers retaining him, given that we've seen teams balk at committing starter money to players with less experience. However, the recent deal the Miami Dolphins struck with Malik Willis, worth over $70 million over 2 years, contradicts this notion. Jones's situation is further complicated by the anticipation surrounding the 2027 NFL Draft, which is poised to be a treasure trove of quarterback talent. While some might argue that teams will be more focused on those fresh prospects, the quarterback position is one that always has a high demand. Jones, still only 28 next season, could very well find himself back in the conversation as a viable option if Purdy were to face another injury setback. In such a scenario, it's difficult to envision him not securing at least a short-term, prove-it deal in free agency. As the San Francisco 49ers weigh their options, the stakes couldn't be higher. Maintaining depth at the quarterback position has been a lesson learned the hard way, and with the uncertainty that comes with injuries, having someone like Mac Jones could be a strategic advantage moving forward. The front office must tread carefully, balancing the immediate needs of the team with the long-term vision they have for their quarterback room. So fans, what do you think? Would you like to see Mac Jones remain with the 49ers as a backup, or are you ready for a fresh face in the lineup? Comment below on where you're watching from and share your thoughts on this evolving situation as we move to our next segment.
As we wrap up our deep dive into the NFL's 2026 International Series, let's hone in on the San Francisco 49ers' upcoming clash that's set to unfold in the land down under. Fans, where are you tuning in from? Leave your thoughts in the comments below as we dissect what this matchup means for our squad. The 49ers are set to face off against the Los Angeles Rams in Melbourne, marking a monumental occasion as the first regular season game held in that city. Both teams made the playoffs last season, and this rivalry is heating up. The 49ers managed to split the series last year, including a nail-biting 26-23 overtime victory in Week 5. That game was a showcase of defensive prowess, culminating in a critical 4th and one stop that epitomized what the Niners are all about. Since the arrival of head coaches Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan back in 2017, the 49ers have taken a slight edge in this rivalry, leading the series 10-7. However, it's crucial to remember that the Rams have clinched the only playoff meeting between these two squads, a fact that lingers in the minds of 49ers fans. This upcoming game isn't just another notch in the schedule, it's a statement. With both teams boasting talent and playoff experience, it's primed to have an early playoff atmosphere, especially given its importance to the NFC landscape. The Rams are no slouch in international play either, winning 3 straight games with an impressive average of 30.7 points per game during that span. In contrast, the 49ers remain undefeated in their international games, sitting at 3-0 all-time. This matchup puts both streaks on the line, but as Niners fans, we know our squad has the grit and determination to rise to the occasion. Let's talk about the significance of this trip to Australia. It's more than just a game. It's a chance for the 49ers to solidify their brand on a global stage. The International Series is a platform for teams to showcase their talent, and the 49ers, with their history and fan base, are more than equipped to make an impression. However, this also raises the stakes. Will the travel wear on the players? Can they maintain their focus amidst the distractions of an overseas trip? These are questions that will need to be answered as we look forward to seeing how the Niners handle this unique challenge. Now, let's address the key players. Quarterback performance will be pivotal. If the Niners are to claim victory, we need our signal caller to be at the top of his game, making crucial reads and executing plays under pressure. Meanwhile, the defense must remain relentless. With playmakers on both sides, it's essential that our defensive line puts pressure on the opposing quarterback and that our secondary holds strong against the Rams' receiving threats. As we anticipate this matchup, it's important to consider how the rest of the league views the 49ers. This game could serve as a litmus test for our aspirations this season. Will we emerge as true Super Bowl contenders, Or will this be a wake-up call? With the stakes this high, the pressure is on the Niners to deliver. As we close this segment on the 2026 International Series and our beloved San Francisco 49ers, the excitement is palpable. This game is not just another regular season contest. It's an opportunity for the Niners to make a statement, to show the world that they are a force to be reckoned with. So, let's rally together as fans. Comment below with your thoughts, share where you're watching from, and let's keep the conversation going about our expectations for this monumental game. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more in-depth analysis and updates on the San Francisco 49ers as we gear up for this thrilling season ahead.